But
She wasn't a character.
she was just a cardboard cutout, basically.
Yeah.
And then Finn
I can't really
became a cardboard cutout.
Because
Because
I
fucking...
can't even really say that much against Daisy Ridley's performance because what was there for her to work with?
I don't know.
It's like I can't judge an actor when they didn't have anything to do.
But yeah, no. All I can say is Finn would have made a much better protag. And then they also did him dirty by basically giving him no screen time in the final movie.
Yeah.
They literally just went, hey. They just went, hey, remember that character that you liked more than Rey? He's like so side character, you might as well forget about him now.
He might have a little force sensitivity, but we're not going to explore that.
Yeah, we're not going to explore that. And let's just say I also despise the Wedge replacement that they have in there.
The what?
You remember Wedge Antilles?
Nope.
Luke Skywalker's wingman?
Okay.
Let's just say that I did not like his replacement whatsoever. Or at least his similar counterpart in movies 7, 8, and 9. That being Poe Dameron.
Yeah. Poe's another one. He could have been such a good character, and then within like 30 minutes, they just turned him into... You're the one who gets all the fringe dialogue that just can't be made to sound good.
Yeah, pretty much. And then they were just straight up like, also, despite his fucking R2 unit, basically, because you know how I was gonna say, you know how R2-D2 was obviously the center of attention, and he follows around Luke and Anakin Skywalker, aka the two protags. The fact that he had BB-8 meant he might have played a bigger role in the movies, and he really didn't get much screen time at all. Like, Poe, despite Poe being the owner of the quote-unquote R2-D2 for episodes 7, 8, and 9, he gets very little screen time. In fact, BB-8 gets more screen time than he did.
Yeah, that's just disrespectful. I did not like BB-8.
I didn't like BB and I didn't like Poe. In fact, as far as I can say, the only thing I liked about Poe was X-Wing. His X-Wing had a nice color scheme.
Like I said, Poe could have been so much better if they just shoveled all the really shit dialogue off of him.
Yeah, so Poe wasn't a good character.
Start the fire, I'll burn the first order down.
Characters who didn't change much. Han, thankfully. Except until they fucking killed him. We won't talk about that.
I regard that as where it really fell apart. The Force Awakens was struggling, you know, you had Rey being too powerful, the Force as it stood, and all the other bad shit that had already happened, but and you just have that moment. I get it, Harrison Ford didn't want to play this character very much anymore, but you should have had that, instead of having Ben kill him. They should have had that as Ben coming back to the light side. They should have had his redemption bit like that.
Yeah. Instead, he decides to be a dick the whole time.
That's also he decides to be a dick, and it's just the writing. It didn't work. The back and forth, willing to be bad, willing to be good thing. It really didn't work because we all knew he was going to turn good in the end, anyways. They didn't have the balls to make him an actual villain.
And then there's Chewbacca. Very good. Chewbacca didn't change. Very good. Chewbacca was not different. That was what we needed. He was right. He was Han's right-hand man for a reason. He was the one that stuck by his side loyally. We also have Princess Leia. She was fine.
I think they changed her a little.
I mean, other than the fact that she's basically complaining about her and Han's marriage.
Yeah, that's just like.
Wait, what did they do?
The fact that despite
Basically made
Han and Leia. Okay, so you remember how Han and Leia obviously had a thing for each other in 4, 5, and 6, right?
Uh-huh.
And then it's confirmed that they got married at some point.
Right.
Because in 7, Leia and Han are referred to as a couple.
Mm-hmm.
So, for some reason though, Leia liked to really, really bitch about their fucking marriage for some reason. Maybe it was just because of Ben, but still. She kind of bitched about it, which made them basically live kind of separately.
Yeah. Han getting the absentee father treatment was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was pretty suck too.
Yeah, it's like, I could
It's Indiana
see
Jones
it,
all over again.
but,
Oh god, it's this shit.
And then let's see, what's another... Who's a character that I... Oh, well, Luke, for obvious reasons. He acts like a neutered dog. He got his balls chopped off completely.
I felt so bad for Mark Hamill in those 2 movies.
I literally looked and I was like, well, this is how dignity dies. And I just proceeded to watch Luke become like one of the worst fucking characters in that movie.
He's... I hate to say it, but easily Luke was the worst Jedi.
Yeah. Well,
he literally didn't even
he didn't. And he failed to teach. And he failed to teach Kylo Ren.
They try to pretend like he taught her anything, but he really didn't.
He gave her about as much training as Yoda did to Luke.
And that's unfair to Yoda.
Well, true, I guess, given the time that he was given, yeah.
Yeah, it's like Yoda actually basically said that, don't question me, you little shit. I will show you exactly why you're wrong. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, they have, like, a lot of the new characters, some of them had a chance, and then failed. Others...
either underutilized or just didn't go anywhere after the first movie.
Basically. And then they literally just tried to save the entire movie by going, wait, look, Palpatine's back. You guys like that, right? And I'm like, fuck no.
Like, wow.
He's dead. You've basically made Vader's sacrifice for nothing.
Yeah. And then they fucking sound before.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of like...
What was wrong with the original sound of this thing?
I was just so disappointed where episode 7, 8, 9, but I was just like, if they're going to consider the expanded universe not canon, I'm going to consider the Disney trilogy not canon.
Part of it is that all the other facets of Disney canon have been fine.
Yeah, the live actions have been pretty good.
Cartoons
with
have
the
largely
exception.
been pretty good.
Why'd you say largely? Here's the thing is, I was supposed to say, why do you say largely? And then I remember, oh wait, Resistance fucking exists.
Yeah.
Let's ignore Resistance.
Ignoring
Resistance.
wasn't very good.
Hush, I like Rebels.
But that's why I only say, like, the first season was kind of...
I liked Rebels from beginning to end, though. Like, I really did. I really did enjoy.
It became tolerable at the end of season 1, and became good at the end of season 2.
But yeah. So for the most part, excluding Resistance, the animated series
pretty well been pretty good. So that day, I recall now that everybody can get a piece of that pie, and Ubisoft is going to be involved.
Yeah.
Ubisoft's making a Star Wars open world game. Yay! Now let's see how they suck all the fun out of this universe.
As I'm sitting here just staring like, if this is an Assassin's Creed game.
I expect it to be Far Cry, but Star Wars.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Which means I'm hoping that fucking
That isn't a good thing anymore, because if anybody here says that Far Cry 6 was good, I'm gonna stab you.
I
was
never
amazing.
played. I never played a single Far Cry game to save my life.
I haven't
I'll
played
say- I'll
6,
say
so I have
this
no
for
idea
Far
what you're talking
Cry.
about.
I will recommend 3, 4, and Primal. I have
5 was...
5, played it a bit. I don't particularly like it. I have 6, and I fucking hate it.
But yeah, as far as it goes though, the Star Wars game that I'm probably looking forward to the most
And for me,
is
it's easy to
either
Survivor.
either Survivor or this one first-person shooter that I keep hearing about that are currently only rumors, but still.
What's the
Another
what's
Star
the-
Wars a Star Wars FPS would be pretty nice. As long as they don't Battlefront it. Then
I
again,
heard
Dice was given their opportunity and they fucking dropped the ball.
I heard Battlefront 2 actually kind of recovered from the initial slip.
Once EA stopped caring.
Yeah, it's still better than nothing.
Like, 2 is better than 1. But not
And
by much.
and then, of course, the Star Wars comics, from what I've read of them, have been pretty fucking good. Especially,
Well, yeah. I've
especially the
literally...
Vader series, because it's
Right.
literally just Darth Vader fucking wrecking everybody's shit.
He literally my absolute all-time favorite line to come from Vader came from the comics.
I can imagine what line it is.
Which line do you think it is?
I'm surrounded by fear and dead men.
Yes, that's it. Because they literally, like, Dustin, here's the context of it. The Rebel Alliance actually managed to surround Vader, and they were going to capture him. And he said, "We have you surrounded." And Vader just says, "All I'm surrounded by is fear and dead men."
Oh, I remember about that. I remember that one.
I fucking love that line so much.
Yeah, that was just the cream your pants moment.
That was the moment, either cream your pants, or if you're a Rebel sympathizer, like a dirty commie would be, then you
Like
shit your
myself.
pants. Do what?
Like myself.
I have a Death Star inbound for your location right now, sir. Have a good day.
Alright.
And for the Empire, that's all I have to say.
I mean, I will say I'm firmly on the